Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm the Midnight Gypsy and this is a reading for the sign of Leo for the month of February. So we're going to go in with some general messages for you, Leo, for the month of February. We're going to end the reading with some specific messages for love and romance. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Leo for the month of February? Okay. You have inner child. You have soulmate. And you have spiritual growth. All right, Leo. So Spirit is giving you the message that you need to continue to nurture your inner child. This might be something that you're currently working on. You may have been doing a lot of inner child work, in a psychological setting, in a spiritual setting, really just trying to reparent yourself, break bad habits or patterns that maybe are not for your highest good, that you maybe learned as coping mechanisms in childhood, or things that you may have learned from your parents, your family, that maybe weren't the best model for a healthy mindset, for confidence, for positivity. So if you are currently doing inner child work, Spirit is recognizing you for your hard work, and they want you to continue to nurture yourself. They want you to continue down that path of self-love and healing. And for some of you out there, some of you may feel really lost or alone, and some of you might connect yourself with the term starseed. I'm really getting star child message from this card, and if you are someone that resonates with the term starseed, usually anybody who resonates with that, they feel like they don't really belong. They feel really odd or out of place. They feel like maybe they're from another planet or another world, and that like Earth is not your first home. So if that's something that resonates with you, there's lots of information on starseeds out there. I'm not going to get into too much detail about it in this reading because that's like enough information for a whole nother video. But definitely keep looking into that if that's something that piques your interest, or this is just confirmation. If you're already somebody who that resonates with, then this is confirmation that you are in fact a starseed. You have the soulmate card here, and with this reading, I'm really getting that Spirit is reminding you that you are your own soulmate, and to continue to harness the relationship with yourself and your inner child, and to continue down your path of self-love, growth, and healing. This can also indicate that a soulmate is going to manifest in your future, and because you're doing such a great job at doing the inner child work and giving yourself that self-love, that positive, loving energy that you are giving to yourself and that you're sending out into the world, is going to attract a match on a soul level back to you. The spiritual growth card is pretty self-explanatory, but I really like the symbolism here. You have like this angel that looks like this, she's coming out of like a flower, or you could even see that it's like coming out of a womb. I definitely feel like it's about rebirth and a transformation, and that you've overcome a lot of obstacles in your daily life, but specifically on your path to spiritual growth. And Spirit is about to reward you. You're basically kind of like earning your wings in a metaphorical way, as in you're leveling up on another spiritual level. And Spirit is recognizing all the hard work that you've put into this growth. So let's go in with the tarot and get some more messages for you, Leo. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Leo? Okay. You have the Tower. So with the Tower here, Oh, here we go. Actually, you have 4 cards. We're just going to take them because I feel like a story is about to play out for you, Leo. So with the Tower here, this is always I got the rug pulled out from underneath me card, the card of shock and dismay and unexpected things happening, causing stress, anxiety, just like your world has come tumbling down. I feel like this is something that happened in your past that's like basically pushed you onto this path of spiritual growth, self-discovery, and doing all this inner child work. So I think this Tower moment is definitely behind you because you have the 4 of Swords out next. Oh, you guys actually have 5 cards, so you're getting an extra bonus reading here. So you have the 4 of Swords, and I feel like, you know, you had this moment of something, everything was like being built up for you in your life, and you thought that you had it all figured out, and you thought, you know, finally, you know, things are going my way, whether it was in your career, in a relationship, stability in your family life, your financial security, and then boom, out of nowhere, everything that you worked so hard for just fell apart. And I think that it caused you to have to reevaluate a lot of things in your life and really look at, you know, doing some healing and breaking some negative patterns of the past. You're now moving into this period of rest, as shown in this 4 of Swords, where it's just like time for rest and healing. And I feel like you finally come to a place of peace. Not to say you don't have your bad days, you have your ups and your downs, but I feel like you're out of this period of like stress and anxiety, and now you're like in a calmer place where you're like, okay, I'm calm, I know what I need to do, I know what spiritual work I need to do, I know what kind of healing I need to do, I need to reparent my inner child. And you're at this place where you're finally able to rest. You have the Queen of Coins here, and she is a nurturer, and she has stability. And, you know, you're going from this restful period into this Queen of Coins. So this is a really positive card, and I feel like this is who you're about to blossom into, especially with the spiritual growth card here. You've basically earned your wings, you've earned your crown, and Spirit is going to reward you. I do feel like this is talking about financial abundance as well. So if you felt like you lost like your job or your stability, like maybe you took a big financial hit or something that you considered to be a stable part of your everyday life, like was taken away from you, and it's about to come back around. You have the rabbit here. Rabbits symbolize abundance. And if you look at this card compared to the Tower, you know, maybe you were building something that didn't have a good structure. Maybe there was a lot of ego involved in what you were trying to construct. Like if you think about the phrase, living in your ivory tower, well, the tower's going to come crumbling down. But if you look behind this queen, there's a castle behind her. So instead of like living in this big tower that you felt like you had to do all yourself, you're going to have this big castle with the good solid foundation. You can see like it's much wider. The castle has a tower, but it's part of the structure. So I feel like this is about growing this way instead of this way. I feel like maybe you are going after things too quickly and things that weren't as meaningful or that didn't provide you with the stability or the spiritual growth that was needed. And I feel like maybe whatever you're going for had a lot of ego behind it. Like maybe you're going through it for a title or a position, or you just wanted to have a really expensive car or a really expensive house or something that was more ego based and not as fulfilling as it could be. And with the spiritual path, you can have the nice things and the comforts of luxury, but if you come from a place of the soul level and not the ego, and you build it slower, it's going to bring you more security and more happiness. All right, you have the King of Chalices. And boy, does he look menacing. This is the first time I'm seeing this card in this deck, and I think it's an interesting choice for this card. So this is the King of Cups, and this is about your emotions, and somebody maybe coming in with an offer of emotions here. And, you know, we do have the soulmate card here. So there could be someone in your future that is going to bring you a cup of love, someone who's going to bring you emotional stability and security. I have a feeling they're not going to look like how you would imagine or what you expected. And on that note, I'm getting another message is that this Tower moment could have been the loss of a relationship. It could have been a divorce, and it could have been a marriage that didn't work out. And I feel like you went into this relationship, or maybe you had this fairy tale wedding, and everything that you built with this person was like Instagram perfect or Facebook perfect, but deep down it wasn't fulfilling. There's something missing. You were too focused on maybe what society's expectations were in terms of a relationship, and the white house, the big house and the white picket fence, and it all kind of fell apart. And, you know, this person that is going to come into your energy field in the near future, they are going to come in like a bat out of hell is what I'm getting. Like, this dragon is very fierce looking, and they're coming in and they're going to get what they want, not in a menacing way, like as in they're just going to come and, you know, take what they want and peace out. I just feel like they know what they want out of life, and they're very strong and they're very stable, and it's very intimidating because there's a huge juxtaposition between you being shown as the Queen of Coins. And this is irrelevant if you're male or female. It's more about your personality. You might be like a gentler, quieter type of person, and that's your energy. You're like a nurturer type of person, and this other person's loud, and they're a little bit more flamboyant, and they're, you know, a little bit more attention grabbing, and they might be, I feel like they're loud. I feel like they just have a very big energy about them. But they also, like a dragon, if you think about how they're portrayed in any fairy tale, they're this big scary monster, and then somebody ends up taming the dragon and riding off with them. So I feel like, you know, this is like kind of just a part of their personality, and they're actually looking for somebody to share their cup of love with. And it's almost like the juxtaposition of your gentleness and their strong energy is like a good match. If this isn't another person coming in for you, I see this as, you know, maybe just like the other side of the coin for your personality, or things about yourself that you wish that you could be. Like, maybe you're just like this really quiet, gentle soul, and you wish that you could just be louder and stronger and not care what anyone thinks about you, and say whatever comes to your mind, and just walk into a room and just, you know, take all the attention. But you're more this quiet, gentle energy. All right, we're gonna see what your last card is. Temperance. Wow. So I'm trying to figure out where to put this, guys. I'm gonna slide these guys down here, and I'm gonna put this guy here. Okay, so you have two angels here. So I just want to give you the message that you are being watched over by your spirit guides, your guardian angels, and your passed on loved ones. They see you and your hard work, and they see you in troubling times. And if you ever feel like you're alone and you don't have anyone around you in times of need, that's not true. There is always somebody around you watching over you, helping guide you on the right path, the path of positivity, the higher, you know, of least resistance. So with the Temperance card, this is all about balance. This is about, you know, balancing this quiet feminine energy with this heavier, louder, more masculine energy. And I think that's part of the work that needs to be done for you as an in your inner child work here. You probably have a tendency to be more aggressive or be more gentle here. And you either, like, for example, if you get into a fight with somebody, you might be like quick to yell and scream at them, or you might go into like running away, or like fawn, where you just give in to everything that they say. And Spirit wants you to find balance within yourself. But also, I feel like with this Temperance card here, your next relationship, this soulmate that's going to come in for you, is going to help you. You're going to balance each other out with this Temperance card here. You're going to pour for each other into each other's cups. You know, the King of Cups comes bringing a cup of love to you, bringing a cup of emotional stability, security, abundance, flow. And you guys are going to be able to give as well as receive to one another in an emotional capacity, in a spiritual capacity. You're also going to learn from each other those traits that you both need or want for yourself. You're going to learn how to strengthen the ones that you need to learn from. How do I put this? So if you're like the soft feminine energy person here, and this other person is the stronger, like, I can say whatever I want, or I have confidence. You're going to learn from being around them to feel more comfortable in your own skin and speak your truth more. Whereas this person's going to learn, that gentleness, that quiet energy from you. It's going to be a wonderful learning experience. This is going to be a very positive relationship for you. All right, so let's go in with the Sacred Forest Oracle and see what other messages Spirit has for you. You are the only group so far in my zodiac sign readings that received 2 extra cards. So this is a really important message for you guys, Leo. All right, you have Butterfly Spirit Transformation. So you have 2 cards here indicating transformation, and Spirit is acknowledging that you have put in the work, and they see how far you have come, and you're about to be rewarded for all of that hard work. Things are going to get easier for you. The Tower moment is over. The scary part is behind you, and Spirit wants to recognize that you don't have to worry anymore, and you don't have to have that anxiety that something bad's going to happen. Stay in the positive mindset and keep doing that work. Spirit, what further messages do you have for the sign of Leo? You have Air Spirit Knowledge. So I'm getting a lot of air sign symbolism here, especially with the butterfly, and then you have Air Spirit right next to it. And I almost said that before I pulled this card is Spirit is going to help pull you along. Like if you think of a butterfly floating in the wind, they just gently float, and they don't have to do too much work. Like the wind can just push them along. That's your spirit guides helping you, pulling you along. They're moving you forward, and they're moving you away from this Tower moment, and even away from this period of rest. You might still be in that phase where you feel like you need some more time to heal. Healing never stops. It is something you should always be doing. I'm not saying get up every single day and force yourself to heal or do this work. Do it when you're called to, when it feels right, but never stop doing it, because that's how we continue to grow. The other thing is, I think that you're a lot smarter than you recognize yourself for. And I think that you're spiritually intuitive as well. You have this pearl over here behind this butterfly here, and she's also holding a pearl, and then you have these pearls here. So I'm getting that's like a pearl of wisdom, and you, I think, see the little clues or the cues or the synchronicities or the signs that Spirit gives you, and you follow them. They're like your breadcrumbs, and continue to follow those, because those are your spirit guides speaking to you, and they're trying to move you forward. They want to bring you to this happy relationship. They want to bring you to this energy of the Queen of Coins, where you have this beautiful castle behind you, and you're abundant, and everything's easier, and it feels good. You're getting there, Leo, so don't give up. All right. Then we have Frog Spirit Renewal. So frog is another symbol of transformation. So again, Spirit is acknowledging how much change you have gone through since this Tower moment. And think about kissing a frog and turning it into a prince. That you don't have to be in that difficult state anymore. And I'm also getting with that is you may feel like you've kissed a lot of frogs in terms of relationships, and you haven't found your prince or your princess or, that special person, and you're over it, and they're going to come when you least expect it, because you've been doing all this work. And just a reminder, they're going to be a little different than you. So, you might be taken aback by that, but I would suggest maybe keeping an open mind when it comes to love and relationships. And on that note, let's go into your bonus love reading, Leo. Okay, that one just wanted to fly out, but we'll keep going and see what Spirit gives us. Spirit, what messages about love and romance do you have for the sign of Leo? What messages about love and romance do you have for Leo? Okay. You have past life relationship. You have known each other before. So with this card coming out, this might be a person that you've already had a relationship with coming back around. That is a possibility. But I really see it as this person who you're going to be connected with in this lifetime, that is your soulmate. You have lived many lifetimes previously together, and they always incarnate with you again to help you grow and to teach you lessons. But you both have to do a certain amount of growth before you come back together. And I think that you've hit that point and it's about to come together for you. You'll kind of feel like the feeling you'll get from this person is you'll kind of know, like, I feel like I've known you forever. And that's how you know. You'll just know intuitively. And then you have, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So what I'm getting from this card is, I'm not really getting that this is a warning card. I'm not getting that negative feeling like, ooh, watch out. Okay, but I'm going to rephrase that. So that depends on your situation. Let's say that. So if this past life relationship, when I bring up the card past life relationship, if you immediately start thinking about a past lover or relationship that didn't work out and you're like, oh, they're going to come back, I knew they would, but this was a very toxic relationship, and this person was a narcissist or a cheater or a liar, or they hurt you, or they verbally abused you, or whatever they did, if they did something really nasty and negative to you, that's what this card means. It means pay attention to the red flags. I think often people come looking for what they want to hear in a reading, and when I pull the past life relationship card for certain people, they think, oh yes, that person that did me wrong, they're going to come crawling back and I'm going to get what I want and I'm going to get my revenge, and if they were with somebody else, I'm going to win in the end. But really, are you winning if the prize is a person that hurt you, cheated on you, lied to you? You're not getting a prize. Okay, so that's a warning for some of you out there if you're relating this card to somebody that was a toxic relationship in your past. The other message I'm getting from this card is, again, with the spirit guides. So if you look here, there is like a spirit that's trying to send her a message. It's like they're trying to get her attention, trying to warn her. So pay attention to the messages that you feel like you're receiving from spirit. Pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities. Keep following those signs. Like I said, those little breadcrumbs, I think this is confirmation the spirit has been communicating with you and they're watching out for you and watching over you. One good indication is if you get like a gut feeling about something, that's your intuition telling you something. And generally, if you get like a nauseous feeling in your stomach, like a gut punch kind of feeling, that's kind of like a warning. You'll feel like happy and elated and positive if you meet this person and it's the right person. But if you get like this nervous feeling with the past life relationship, then that's like kind of your warning sign that maybe especially if it's someone coming back around. So keep that in mind, Leo. All right, so your final messages. Oh, actually, okay. A card, I missed a card that flew out of the deck earlier. You guys are just getting, I usually don't read all the extra messages that pop out, but I feel like I have to. So you have expectancy, and this should be up here with these other cards from the Universal Love Oracle. And I feel like this is really tying into, don't get caught up in having these expectations for how you think your life will turn out. Enjoy the process, enjoy the moment, and enjoy everything that the universe brings to you, even the lessons, and reflect back on the difficult times with love and compassion. I do feel like this could also talk about expectancy as a pregnancy with the future, especially like I said about like someone coming out of the womb or birthing there, and then you're getting like the same kind of like flower symbolism here, but to me, like, I don't know why I'm seeing that as like the womb, but I just am. Maybe, you know, use your imagination. That's all I'm going to say about that. Sorry guys, I'm just knocking all the cards off here today. You just have I feel like I'm building a house of cards here with all of your different cards. All right, so you got only time will tell. And I feel like that's kind of a frustrating message because, you know, what does that mean? Only time will tell. I feel like that just goes hand in hand with the expectancy card. And, you know, don't get discouraged if things things aren't going your way. If things aren't manifesting the way you expected them. Like I talked about that fairy tale marriage situation, and if things didn't work out the way you thought they would, you know, it's time to really just trust spirit and move forward. All right, and your final card is surrender. Times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and it will all work out. So this definitely just sums up your reading, especially with this bonus expectancy card here and only time will tell coming out. Spirit is definitely giving you a message to not box yourself in or get disappointed when things don't go your way. They want you to be resilient. They want you to trust, and they want you to have faith. Keep doing that inner child work because it is helping you to transform on a very positive soul level. Like you've up-leveled yourself on a soul level. And, you know, I definitely think that, you know, stop thinking about the past and what you could have changed or what could have happened differently, no matter what the situation was for you. I also think this is a message to let go of this toxic relationship if that's something you still have your hopes for. Let go of that and make way for this new soulmate relationship that's going to balance you out and bring you all this love and happiness. So those are all the messages that I have for you, Leo. Thank you and have a great February.